Today I'm going to talk about the number one thing that chiropractors can do to enhance their credibility online. Now, why should you listen to me? Well, I run a company called Sarah Media, and we rank on page 1 of Google for some very competitive keywords related to online marketing. I'm also a Google partner. This means that I know what makes Google happy because I've gone through their Google partner training, and it means that I get the latest info and updates from Google on online marketing and what Google's looking for to rank people higher. Now, what I'm going to cover tonight is how many of you would like to know how to get a leg up on your competition. I bet everybody would. And I want you to know there's no need to take notes. I'm going to give you a way to get a replay of this at the end of the presentation. So, I'm going to cover online reviews. Now, why should you care about online reviews? Well, one reason is because consumers really trust them. In fact, in 2012, 72% of consumers who were online said that they trusted online reviews as much as a personal recommendation from a friend or a family member. And this number continues to go up every year. In 2013, that number increased to 79%. In 2014, 88%. You can only imagine that as more people get online and as online reviews become more ubiquitous, that number will continue to climb. Consumers really trust online reviews. In 2013, they did a survey and it revealed that 90% of consumers say that their buying decisions are influenced by what they see online. You should also care about reviews because bad experiences that consumers have now travel faster and they travel wider. So 95% of consumers said that they would share bad experiences that they've had with a vendor, and of those who share, 54% would share them with more than 5 people. Now, the bad news is for business owners is that when people have a bad experience, and no one's perfect, they're going to share that online, and your target demographic will avoid vendors that have bad reviews. So women, Gen Xers, high-income households, those are the demographic slice that are more likely to avoid vendors who have bad reviews. Okay, so who wouldn't want more Gen Xers? These are younger people that are going to be using your services for longer. High-income households, same thing. They have money to spend. These are exactly the consumers that you don't want to turn off with bad online reviews. So the bottom line is, if you want to sustain and grow your business, you're going to have to give your attention to improving your online review profile. Now, you should also care about online reviews because, not just because consumers pay attention to them, but Google, Bing, and Yahoo trust these online review sites, and they will rank them very highly in the search engine results when people search for your business or a product or service or for your personal or your business name. Okay, so we need to look at the big 3, which are Google, Bing, and Yahoo. These 3 search engines have about 97% of the market share. There are some smaller search engines like AOL, and I'm not really sure about the other ones. I don't really pay attention to them, but these 3 are the big ones. So I really care about Google most of all, obviously, because it has the biggest market share, and Bing and Yahoo. All right, for mobile search engines, now, you will actually get different search results on a mobile device than you will get on a desktop computer. So we need to also pay attention to what's going on with mobile devices because now more than half of all searches are done on mobile devices. When I say mobile device, I mean your smartphone, your iPad, your tablet computer, okay? So the big 3 make up a very large percentage, almost 100%, of the searches that are being done on mobile. So we need to know, well, what shows up when people search for your business on Google.com? Well, here's what shows up. So this is for a local business here in Dallas. This is Voo's Tailor. When you Google Voo's Tailor, here's what shows up. At the very top, there's an ad for a competitor. And then down below that, there is the Google Plus page for Voo's Tailor. And you can see there his Google reviews. He has very good reviews because he takes care of his customers. And imagine though, if he didn't have Google reviews, what would show up and how bad that would be. Now underneath, there's a Yelp result, and then under that, another Yelp result. Maybe he has two shops. And then under that, the Facebook page. So the Facebook page will also rank very well. And then on the right, again, the Google reviews, some review excerpts, and the address and phone number and a map to the location and a photo. So this is what shows up when people Google you. Imagine if you didn't have good reviews. Would you patronize a business with bad reviews? You'd probably go search for somebody else. Luckily for Mr. Voo, he has very good reviews. Here's an example for a chiropractor. Now, I didn't pick anybody here in Dallas because I didn't know who was going to be in the audience and I didn't want to, pick on anybody. So I picked a chiropractor in Portland. So you see the same sort of thing here. This chiropractor doesn't have any Google reviews, but they do have Yelp reviews. So look what shows up. The first pertinent thing for this business is there's some sort of coalition of community chiropractic clinics that shows up first. And then down below that, there's the Yelp page. And then down below that, MapQuest. Down below that, Foursquare.com, which is another review site, a little bit less popular than Yelp and not as widely used. Here's the interesting thing that I want you to notice though. Neither Mr. Voo's Tailor nor West Burnside Chiropractic Clinic have their website show up. So what you need to know is that your website will not likely show up unless you've hired somebody like me to help you out with those rankings. Your website will not likely show up in the first 5 results in Google when people search for you. So you will not have the opportunity to tell them how awesome you are on your website. The Yelp and the Google results are going to outrank your website almost every time unless you do some optimization on it. So be aware of those things that show up. Okay, so why should you care about Google.com? Because when people search your business, Google.com reviews will show up. But if they search keywords that are related to your business, Google.com will produce some other results. So here's one of the things that comes up when people search for you. If you look again, it's again with the reviews, okay? So we've got our Google reviews front and center, along with links to a website and directions, all right? So again, these reviews are very, very powerful and consumers will see them. Now, if somebody goes to Yelp.com and types in your business name, they're going to get your Yelp reviews, all right? And these Yelp reviews really, really matter. And when consumers search chiropractor, for example, on Yelp, they're going to have the opportunity to view your business in competition with other businesses. So this is a screenshot from the Yelp reviews. I just typed in chiropractor Portland in the Portland Yelp, and this is what I got back. So which of these chiropractors would you be more likely to patronize? Well, the one with the better review, of course. Why would you go to the 3.5-star chiropractor when you could get a 5-star chiropractor instead? In fact, they have done some studies on Yelp, and what they found was for restaurants, a 0.5 star difference in reviews resulted in 19% more reservations for restaurants. Now, I know chiropractors are not like restaurants, but I say that statistic to impress upon you how important even a 0.5 star better is. So keep that in mind when you are thinking about reviews and how consumers view reviews. All right, so you can do other things with your reviews too. Now, we can repurpose them. So this is a video that I did for Dr. Hanks. What I did was I took one of his Yelp reviews and I repurposed it as a video. And now when you Google Dr. Hanks Chiropractic, what comes up is his Yelp page, his website, and this review comes up too. And these video reviews are great because they come up with a little picture that we call a thumbnail. And people like to click on the videos and watch them. So they will get information about your business and proof that you're a great chiropractor because the review says so. So that's powerful too. You can repurpose your reviews. You can put them on your website as well. And I recommend that everyone do that. Okay, so how do you get Yelp.com reviews? And really, why do you want them? Okay, so the reason why you want them is because you want to make sure that when people come to your webpage or search for you on Google, you want to make sure that they see great reviews for your business. If you're not actively seeking good reviews, what will happen is someone may come along and leave you a bad review. So what happens when people Google your business is what will come up is that negative review. They're going to see the 1-star, the 2-star, the 3-star review. You may have a ton of happy customers, but guess what? Those happy patients didn't leave you a review. So one of the most important things that you can do as a business owner is to make sure that your Yelp account is buffered proactively with good reviews. So you want to actively solicit good reviews from your clients and make sure that those good reviews are in there first, because they will buffer any subsequent bad reviews that you may receive. Now, nobody's perfect and consumers are fickle and you can't please everybody. You may not even deserve that bad review, okay? But the point is that if that's all that people are seeing, it's going to deter new patients from coming to your practice. So you want to make sure that you proactively seek good reviews, okay? So the first thing you need to do is you need to get a Yelp business page. You go to biz.yelp.com. If you already have a Yelp account as a consumer, you will actually set up a different account as a business owner. And again, I'm going to give you a way to get this replay, so don't worry. You don't have to take notes here if you don't want to. All right, so you're going to have to set up a Yelp business page. Don't think, though, that just because you don't have a Yelp business page that people cannot leave you reviews, okay? You can, as a Yelp user, as a consumer, go in and set up a page for any business that you want and leave them a review. So, you know, I had a realtor say to me, oh, I don't want to have a Yelp.com page because I don't want people to leave me bad reviews. And I said to her, listen, you can't prevent people from leaving you bad reviews. The only thing you can do is to make sure that you proactively put positive reviews in there. If somebody leaves you a bad review, you're already going to have good reviews in that will dilute any bad reviews that you receive, okay? So be proactive. You owe it to your business and you owe it to your customers. You want people to come see you because you're good at what you do. You need to make it obvious that you're good at what you do by having great reviews, okay? Ask for reviews from happy clients. You want to do this a couple clients at a time, and you want to train your staff. Maybe have your staff come watch this video, okay? Because with Yelp, I'll talk about Google in a second, but with Yelp, you want a trickle of reviews and not a flood, okay? Yelp doesn't want people leaving fake reviews. So they don't want your buddy, you know, leaving you, they don't want you to ask your friends to leave you great reviews, you know, people who've never like checked into your business or taken a photo of your business and put it to Yelp. So there's a lot of ways that you can interact with Yelp. You can check into a business on Yelp, you can take a photo and post it on Yelp. There's all kinds of things that you can do. The more interaction that a Yelp user has with Yelp, the more credible their reviews are. For example, I have 152 reviews on Yelp. When I leave a business a review, it sticks. And the reason why it sticks is because I have 3 years worth of history interacting with Yelp, leaving businesses reviews, checking into businesses, leaving tips, all kinds of stuff that I do on Yelp. Drives my boyfriend a little bit crazy because I'm always checking in on Yelp. Sometimes I don't think he understands why I do it, but there's a reason why I do it, because I need to have a reputation with Yelp, okay, so that I can leave businesses reviews. So what you want to do is you want to avoid having a huge surge of reviews that come in all at once, and you're going to have to train your staff to be a little bit careful about soliciting these reviews, okay? Now, you have to ask for them or people won't tend to leave you reviews, and there are some things that you can do to give them incentives. For example, Yelp, after you create your business page, you will be able to create an incentive for people to check in at your business, okay? Now, to be able to check in, people need to have a Yelp.com account. And when they have a Yelp.com account, guess what else they can do? They can leave you a review, okay? So you want to offer them an incentive to set up an account in the first place, okay? So the way you do this is you offer them a check-in deal. So you might train your employees, your receptionists, to say, oh, have you checked in on Yelp? We have this deal. You can get $20 worth of service for $15, okay? Trust me, it's totally worth it to give people an incentive to check in. That online review that they will give you if they're a happy patient will be worth much more than whatever you're spending to incentivize them, okay? So give them $10 for $20, you know, so tell them, if you check in on Yelp, we'll give you $20 for 15 or $20 for 10. Give them an incentive to check in, okay? And then when they leave, the receptionist could ask them, oh, you know, now that you have a Yelp account, would you mind leaving us a review on Yelp? Are you happy? You know, did you have a good adjustment? Oh yes, I had a great adjustment. Oh, okay. Hey, would you mind writing about that on Yelp? We would love to have your feedback, and we would love it if you would tell other people how great Dr. Hanks is. So just you have to learn how to ask for these reviews. So the bottom line is giving them a check-in incentive gets them to create a Yelp.com account, and then they can leave you a review. Okay, Google reviews are a little bit different. What you have to have in order for people to leave you a review is you need to have a Google My Business page, and unlike Yelp, you are the only one that can set that up. Okay, so you want to create a Gmail account. Be sure to write down that password somewhere, because if you don't write it down and it gets lost, then it's really a pain in the neck to have to re-get it. It's terrible. So your Gmail account comes with a Google Plus page, and then you can create a Google My Business page, and then Google will send you a postcard with a verification code to verify your address, that you're a real legitimate business, and then you can get reviews, okay? So how do you get some good Google reviews? Well, you can ask for those in person as well. And if you go to this URL, and again, at the end, I'm going to tell you how to get this presentation. So, you know, you can show it to your staff or whatever. You can go to this URL that I set up, and you can follow the instructions there to get a custom handout that's made for your business that tells your customers how to leave you a Google review. The other thing that you need to do is you need to make it easy for them. You can also email people, okay? You can email people and ask them for a review, and then send the client the link to your Google My Business page so that they can leave you a review. Make it easy for them. And the way you make it easy for them is suggesting a topic or an idea for their review. For example, maybe your patient mentions to you how much better their neck is feeling and how much less pain they have since they started seeing you. So maybe the receptionist might email them and say, you know, I remember you telling Dr. Hanks how much less neck pain you had would you mind writing that in a review? Or if you feel comfortable, here's the text of a review that you can just copy and paste in or change anyway. Just make it easy for them. Whatever feels comfortable for you. If it doesn't feel comfortable to kind of write the review for them, then don't do that. That's fine. But, you know, for me, you know, I'm comfortable doing that, but you might not be. So you can either suggest a topic or an idea for the review, or just write it for them and suggest to them that, you know, they write that. Okay, so I'm going to take questions in a little bit, and I want to offer you some more value tonight. So I'm a Google partner, and if any of you want to find out what Google really thinks of your website, I am offering an analysis of your website. Now, there is a sheet coming around, and you can put your URL and your email on it and your name, and I will send you an in-depth report, and I will tell you exactly what's wrong with your website and what's right with your website. Now, you don't have to hire me to fix it. You can have your regular web guy fix it. I just wanted to offer you that value since I'm here tonight. And, you know, normally companies, marketing companies will charge you $500 to $1,500 to do this sort of analysis. And I'm offering it to you tonight because I love chiropractors and I love helping small business owners. So please go ahead and if you want, I will analyze your website for you. Okay, so I know you have questions, so go ahead and fire away and ask me any questions. And if you're watching this as a replay, you can go ahead and email me. My email is angela@sarahmediallc.com, and I'll answer your questions. Thanks for listening.